Hey guys, so watching this one and only, my name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Build a City. Today we're going to be continuing on and hopefully finishing off our new modern house that we've built up in this area. It's starting to get a little bit of a street feel going on. You know, when you look down the road, we've got like bushes going on and the walls. It's feeling really quite cool, and I really like this house. It's sort of it's actually a lot thinner than it appears. It's sort of one of those TARDIS style houses because the roofs sort of hang over by a block. It gives the impression it's a little bit wider than what it actually is. When you go inside, it's actually quite small. There's not really too much space going on, but from the outside it looks bigger. A backwards TARDIS. It'd be a terrible way to sell a house. You usually want houses that look small on the outside. When you go inside, they feel really big. That's the good way. The bad way, let me show this off. The bad way is when it looks really big from the outside and you go inside and it's like a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, terrible falling down house. But who cares? It doesn't matter. So, what were we doing last episode? I think we've finished off, from what I remember, like all of the structural parts. Like all the walls and the windows are up here. I think there's some stuff that I'm not quite happy with. First off, I think I need... Why does the caps lock... I keep pressing caps lock. I need to put something underneath there. On these overhang parts, I'll keep the tree here. I don't need to bust the tree completely up. But just on the parts that we can see, I'm just going to place slabs underneath the white section there. Just so it doesn't look quite as much as it's floating. I think that looks better. And even... we could even like flip it to have white underneath that one, so it's like, yeah, or even just to there. I could go over the front. Makes the balcony a little bit bigger. That should still join up pretty well. Ooh, little bit of a modification. Larger balcony, nobody would complain about that. Yeah, and now it sort of goes white with grey below to grey with white below. It's sort of like a flick round, a reverse. Okay. Same as up here. Can I? Oh, we might be able to. I'm just adding some extra sort of colours on them. So like the black will have this grey below it. And I think the grey, we could probably get away with the grey being on its own because we've got this other grey below that. It should sort of pull that effect away. We should be okay. Okay. And that's all of it, yeah? Okay, so that's a considerable improvement. It's a subtle improvement. Some of you might not even notice. But for me, that really stands out. On these bottom ones, we're going to place in some windowsills. I don't think we want... do we want them on the top ones as well? That doesn't look too bad. At least on that part it looks alright. What about on the back here? Do we have them up there as well? Yep, I think that's good because it just takes away how flat that wall is otherwise. It's a big sort of area of nothing. We can fix that though in a moment. I think that looks actually pretty cool on the top. I wasn't originally going to do them on the tops, but it's actually working out quite nicely on the top ones. What about on this one? Nope, don't like that. Well, on this one. No, I'm not a huge fan of that either. Okay, no problem. So, this plan on the back, right? We want some leaves. And vines. And string. And we're going to just sort of crawl up this back wall and wrap it around that side there. So, to do this, I like to sort of put down where I'm going to have the leaves first. Like the chunkier parts. So I'm going to have a little bit of a shape like that. And then you fill it out a little bit. So you sort of make it drape over some areas. Maybe even connect up to this one next door. Like it's sort of spread up and stuff. I think that's pretty good. And then what we're going to do is put some vines just on some of the edges. Not all of them. But just some of the edges like that. To me it looks like these are the thinner vines that are just growing. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not quite spread yet and become big bushy ones. They're just sort of climbing up the wall. But then to stop these from spreading and going mad, I place string around them. Now, you shouldn't need to place the string, as far as I remember, from Minecraft rules, like on the sides and stuff. But it does seem to be, for me at least, that vines seem to like wrap around the edges of things, and they seem to grow upwards sometimes. I don't know what's going on, but I always just sort of surround it with string. That way the vine sees that there's a block next to it and it can't grow. I think it needs one on top of there, doesn't it? Like that. And I'm going to place a piece of string on the window. Even though it shouldn't go to the window, it sometimes does. It seems to. I don't know why. But yeah, that way it can't grow anywhere. And now the back, that sort of flat part of the wall that we had is no longer flat, and it looks really nice. Even when we get some trees and stuff going along here, that'll still stand out and be part of that building. That's cool. I like that. Okay. Button. Just so we can open up and shut this garage. And I should really replace this one, which is a lever with a button. I had levers at first because I didn't think buttons would work. Oops. I didn't mean to flick it. I didn't think buttons would work, but once I found out that buttons actually work, it's better. I assumed originally when I had the garages installed that a button would it would start to go up and then go down. Do you know what I mean? When the button sort of does, but it works like a T flip-flop for some reason. Awesome. Okay, so driveway. We want probably just use the wand. If I could spell. Now, I was saying that this part here is going to be where you can park a car. So we're going to have set stone down there. And I think I'm going to do it so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. Quite nice houses, actually. For a small house, it's actually got a lot of parking. It's got like the parking spot here, and it's got a garage. This one you could fit two. Oops, whoa! You could fit 2 cars in. That one you could fit. Oh, so all of them down here, apart from this one, seem to be like 2-car garages. How about that one over there? No, that's a 1. You can only have 1 car on that one. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's good. Let's make this a little bit wider. I think it looks better, sort of squaring that off like that. And I think I might as well just keep it with the like tarmac sort of feel right up to the door there. Sweet. Now how are we going to do a bit of a wall? I think I'm going to use a hedge. We've already got the sort of hedge sort of stuff on the back here. I'm going to leave a little gap there, because I sort of like that. I'm going to join this up to that part of the house there. And to make it a little bit different from next door, I'm going to keep this 2 blocks tall. So that was 1 block. This one I'm going to do 2 blocks tall. Could drop it down to 1 on the front, just so we can see and it doesn't hide it up. Would 2 blocks be a little bit too tall? No, it feels like quite a nice hedge, really. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and on this side, I think I could probably do something like this, and not that one, like a stone brick. Oops, I threw it on the ground. I threw it on the ground. Like a stone brick with a cobblestone wall on top. Just to pick up that side. Yeah, this makes it a little bit different. In the middle here, you wouldn't really want it grass, would you? I mean, I really like the border, how we've got going around here. In fact, you know, probably like that, like that. And there's sort of a 1 block grass border all the way around. Completely useless as far as, like, practical use is concerned. Like, in real life, you couldn't mow it, you couldn't do nothing. But it looks really neat. Maybe we just change it up to a different block so we just don't have any grass. Like, maybe we, for whatever reason, we change it to, like a concrete colour. This is more of a concrete colour. Have a tarmac driveway. They should, yeah, because they're quartz, so they're not the same colour as these. Hey, I sort of really like that. That's sort of really cool. Now, do we put, like, a line on these just to sort of differentiate? Yeah, I sort of like that as well. It sort of gives, like, a fake side to the road, a fake curb. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm going to get a couple of panes of glass just to go above the door there. It just sort of brings that height down a little bit and keeps a nice modern feel. Oh, can't do it on that one. No, I'm too short then. I have to duck to get through the door. I think that's pretty smart. So as final little touches here, we can do little bushes on the back. I don't need to worry about vines or nothing like that. It just sort of hides that up. I think we'll do... Oh, I would really like something like that, but you can see down and through. So I'm going to do that. Just so... I think I'll do a darker slab, as dark as we can go with wood. Just to give like a shadow feel, like a bottom of a plant pot feel. Yeah, it's subtle. Nobody will ever notice that, apart from me. And... grass. Leaves. Just little one block ones. Like that. Oop, hit my microphone. I apologise. I think that we're pretty much there. What do we do down the middle here? Like on these divisions of the two houses. You don't really want to bone meal it, because it'll feel unkept. I can go, oops. I can go in there. That's just missing that. Maybe we just leave it. Maybe we do a little... It's silly, but maybe we do that. It just it looks like we haven't forgotten about it that way. Do you know what I mean? I think here needs some flowers, like little white flowers, alternating between white tulips and whatever these are, azure bleuette. I know this isn't the house that we're building, but it just looks like it needs it. I think the white flowers just really make that front pop. Look at that. Hey, improving old builds. Excellent. I don't think that I could fit another house in here. It'd be really cool if we could. Maybe with... Well, the road doesn't go along that way, so maybe with... If I took the trees down again, terraformed it up, I probably could actually get another one. Maybe even another two if we wanted to. But that looks really cool. How does it look like from... Why do I keep hitting that button? What does it look like from different angles? Like, I think it blends into the area really well. It's a little bit of a darker roof than we've got on the other buildings. Like, these are sort of got dark greys. That's actually black, and that was a white one. So we've got a little bit of contrast going on. I really like the sort of the white snake that sort of lays over the top of the building there. I don't know how else you'd call it. What else you'd call it? But I think that looks really cool. Yeah, I think we're there. I think we're good. This might be a little bit of a shorter episode. Is there anything that I can really do? Oh, did I fix that thing at the beach? I can't remember if I did or not. Cruise ship. Ages ago, there was a guy who mentioned to us, this way. There was a guy that mentioned to us that there was a part of the back of the factory wrong. I think I remember fixing it. I think I fixed it. It was on here. Yeah, I did fix it. I did fix it. Oh, good. Okay, we're fine there. Anything else that we can do then while we've got 5 minutes? Oh, I can have a think about under this side. In fact, I probably need your help a little bit, right? We've done this sort of broken down building under here, which I still think looks really cool. And behind it, we've got the chop shop, yeah? So if you go behind here, little driveway to this illegal chop shop garages, okay? But I've got this space here. And I don't know what to do with it. I keep thinking it's one of the hardest parts because it's actually the widest sort of ceilinged area that we've got in the city. You know, we've got the tram bridge there, we've got the slip road, we've got the main motorway, and then we've got another slip road. So it's actually like a really big area. I mean, look how long it takes just to walk across it. What do we do in this area? What do we put down here? Like, I could be boring, and I could just fill it up with an underground car park, like an under road car park, which there are a lot of. A lot of people, a lot of places in real life just fill up with these areas with car parks. Because it's really hard to build anything else. It's so dark to get light into buildings and stuff. But even behind here, we need to fill this spot up. Okay, so we've got the I mean, I could maybe the easiest way to do this would be to extend the train station, the train depot, under here. Maybe turn the buses to face this way, and get 2 rows of them. So we get buses down that side and buses down that side, and they're all rotated by 90 degrees. I don't know. Maybe that would be better. They won't be straight out onto the road. Then they'd have a little bit more of a pulling area. That's probably a good idea. So I could probably fill up that area with bus station, but this area, I mean, that's a big spot. I could put a park in. We're very far away from the main park of the city by the town hall, behind Rainbow Row. So maybe another park would do well. But again, it's underneath. It's got a ceiling on top of it. How good would a park be with with a ceiling above you? You know, with a motorway traveling above. I don't know. I'm really torn and stuck on that. Like, do we make a body of water, a pond under here? That could be quite cool. Like a pond. We could even have the pond with the motorway pillar actually in the pond, and it goes down deeper, like actually goes into it. Have some sugarcane or some reeds, whatever you call them, like some nice flowers around the edge of it. What purpose would it serve though, as the pond? Like, it's not going to be big enough to do fishing in. I don't know. You guys need to come up with some things. I love how we used the space on that side with storage units. We made like a storage war style thing going on, and then had some crates from the to fill up this spot here from the cargo port, like little forklift going on and DHLs, lorries and stuff. But yeah, it was a perfect way to fill up this space. It filled up really well. Look how cool this feels. Like all of these doors all the way down. Like one of my favorite subtle parts of the whole city. This is, I don't know why, it's just really good feel as you're going down them. Feels dangerous and dodgy. Yeah, anyway guys, we're gonna have to leave the episode there. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys on how we fix that area under there, but until then, if you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!